Hello, my name is Ross, and I'm here for the Wake Tech Financial Aid Department to tell you all about applying for, types of, and using your financial aid. Maybe you've been at Wake Tech or another college in the past and used financial aid, or maybe you're about to apply for financial aid for the first time. Whether you can tell me what FAFSA stands for or haven't even heard of the FAFSA, this video should answer some or all of your questions about using financial aid here at Wake Tech. Let's get started. So, what is financial aid? The easiest way to define financial aid is any source of outside funding that helps you pay for higher education. Sounds simple, right? Well, it is and isn't. We here in the financial aid department are here to sort out all the complexities and make it simple for you, the student. There are numerous sources and types of financial aid: federal, state, private, grants, loans, scholarships. Then there are the policies and regulations that control how financial aid works both here at Wake Tech and across the country. Let's start with a breakdown of the types of financial aid. The simplest way to divide financial aid is into two types. These are gift aid and self-help aid. It's best to think of these like this. Gift aid is basically free money that you don't have to pay yourself. It's the ideal form of financial aid. Self-help aid is money that you earn, either while you're in school or after you leave school. Here's a breakdown of different types of gift aid. The most common type of gift aid is the federal Pell Grant. A similar grant is funded by the state of North Carolina, aptly named the North Carolina State Grant. In addition, there are various types of scholarships. You can apply for the Wake Tech Foundation Scholarship in March and April for the following academic year. There are athletic scholarships for our student athletes, and there are third-party scholarships from all sorts of organizations outside of Wake Tech. I encourage each student to search and apply for any scholarship they might qualify for. Remember, gift aid, grants, and scholarships are free money that you don't have to pay back. The most common sort of self-help aid is the Federal Direct Stafford Loan Program. That's your standard student loans that you hear about all the time. Some families utilize the Parent Plus Loan Program. Unlike the Stafford Loan Program, this is a loan that the parent of the student takes out and is responsible for paying back instead of the student. Work-study jobs here at Wake Tech are also considered to be self-help aid because some of the funds that pay your check for one of those jobs are from federal dollars. Keep in mind, like I mentioned before, self-help aid is called that because you are responsible for each dollar. Either you earn it during school at a work-study job or you earn it after school to pay your loans back. So how does financial aid work exactly? Really, it is a series of steps. The first step is that you need to complete the FAFSA. This is your application for Pell Grants, North Carolina State Grants, direct loans, and often a prerequisite for scholarship applications. Every student should try and complete the FAFSA. The second step is to give the FAFSA time to process. It takes the Federal Department of Education about a week or so to do their processing, and then about a week for Wake Tech to do our processing. So don't expect any information about your financial aid if you submitted the FAFSA in the last couple weeks. Finally, the disbursement step happens. This is when the financial aid, whatever the type, comes to Wake Tech and we apply it to your charges on your account. This normally happens about a month into the semester if you have done everything you need to do by the deadlines listed on our website. Also at this point, any excess funds come to you, the student, as a refund via the method you select with the company that we contract with to process our refunds. I've mentioned FAFSA quite a few times now. Some of you already know, but FAFSA is just an acronym for Free Application for Federal Student Aid. So your FAFSA is your financial aid application, but it is used for more than just federal aid like the Pell Grant. It is also used to determine any North Carolina state grants, as well as some other types of aid eligibility. The FAFSA is an annual application and is named for the year that it applies to. So the 2024-2025 FAFSA applies to the 2024-2025 academic year that starts in August of 2024. In October of 2024, the 2025-2026 FAFSA will open, so you can go ahead and complete it for the following August of 2025. To complete the FAFSA for any year, you need to log in using your FSA ID, that is, your Federal Student Aid ID. This is just your login information for federal student aid websites. You create it and complete the FAFSA at studentaid.gov. Make sure any FAFSA website you go to is a .gov website. Wow, that's a lot of information in just a few minutes. I hope I answered any questions you might have had about financial aid, but if I didn't, there are numerous ways to get in touch with the financial aid department here at Wake Tech. You can see our email address listed here, as well as the address for our website. Most questions you would have could be answered by visiting the website, but feel free to call us at the number listed, pop in for a visit during normal business hours at the campus is listed, or just fill out the contact form if your question isn't pressing and we will reach out back to you. You can even schedule a virtual appointment if you can't make it to campus, but you prefer to see someone's face instead of talking over the phone. The information for that and all the other methods of contact can be found at our website, www.waketech.edu/financial aid.